Unusual Incidents Unit, UIU, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Overview. The Unusual Incidents Unit was formed after the onset of the Cold War, when many aspects of the American government were focused on utilizing the anomalous and preventing the communists from doing the same. This led to the creation of a special FBI division devoted to rapid response to paranormal events and crimes. Director J. Edgar Hoover was personally involved with their creation, although initially given significant funding and resources by the American government. Following the end of the Cold War and the dissolution of enemy organizations such as the GRUP, the UIU had been in a state of decline for many years. Disparagingly referred to as X-Files and UI useless by the larger anomalous community, the agency is generally well-meaning, but due to a lack of financial resources, little manpower, and bureaucratic obstruction by the US government, it is often perceived as ineffective. The influence of the Foundation and Global Occult Coalition in the United States government has stopped the UIU and other US Gov entities dealing with anomalous activity, such as US Air Force's 616th Squadron, Roswell's Revengers, and US Navy SEAL Team Bravo Papa Romeo Delta from being dissolved entirely. FBI agents and special agents who join the Unusual Incidents Unit often have backgrounds in psychology, STEM fields, and art studies. As part of the Patriot Act, agents of the unit are required to be administered Personalized Memetic Silencing Agents, PMSA, colloquially referred to as gag orders, by agents of the UIU, to avoid leaks. The Unusual Incidents Unit has been known to engage in combat alongside and against various anomalous organizations in the past, including participating in several combat operations under Foundation supervision in the 1950s and 1960s, and the Black Mamba incident in Afghanistan in 1976, an infamous skirmish between UIU agents and members of GRUP. Currently, a division of the Unusual Incidents Unit oversees the autonomous anomalous state of 3 Portlands. An example of underfunding and understaffing in the Unusual Incidents Unit can be seen in its sole remaining division in the Midwestern United States. Fidelity, Bravery, Integrity. Special Executive Memorandum 001, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Unusual Incidents Unit, blank. Welcome to the Unusual Incidents Unit, soldier. Most of you may not have heard of this division of the FBI. Well, it's because we want it to stay that way. You are here because you are the finest, the brightest, and most of all, the most confidential officers that this great nation has produced. You are the front line of America's defense in this uncertain time, when paranormal threats threaten the safety of this country. The agents of the Unusual Incidents Unit have one primary duty: protect this country against any paranormal threat. Supernatural predators forgotten by the public, aliens from the sky who do not come in peace, communist infiltrators wielding Nazi paranormal superweapons. It is of the utmost importance that you remain confidential in your mission. Should you be compromised, the safety of the American public is at risk. Your duty to this country is one that no one else can know. As an agent of the UIU, there is one more duty that you must fulfill. In this war, we need any advantage that we can get, especially with the head start that the Russians got when they sacked Berlin's paranormal weapon stores. Any and all paranormal weapons must be obtained for the safety of the United States. Fail in this mission, and we could be looking at total destruction by the Soviet Union. Protect this country, soldier, and blast those commie bastards back to the Stone Age. Unusual Incidents Unit Director, J. Edgar Hoover. UIU File Number 20X6, a formal discussion. Blank. Hoover. That's what we're setting out to do, sir. Blank. Hoover. Well, we're not like MacArthur. I'm really not some hard-headed fool who's going to take the Joint Chiefs hostage for my own personal vendetta. I'm here to figure out who the bad guys are, that's it. Blank. Hoover. Ah, see, now that's what I like about you. You're going right to the point. Well, you've got all your boys down there for the reconstruction, and I know you've been finding some interesting cans. I think we're best suited to use them. Blank. Hoover. Because we're all American. None of us are some little hooligan you had to recruit because they were in the right place at the right time. We've got pure Americanism through and through. I trust a real American with this sort of thing a lot more than some agency riddled with outside influences. Blank. Hoover. You could get them with those other boys and bring them to us. We'll figure out a way to make them useful. Blank. Hoover. I trust that you've gotten the same intelligence reports on what's happening in the Eastern Bloc. Blank. Hoover. That's why we need to act quickly. I'm sure that you don't want the age of American atomic supremacy to end before it can begin. Blank. Hoover. There's plenty we can use back home in addition to whatever scraps you haven't picked clean by this point. The crux of the matter is we need to do this quickly, before the GRU can get a leg up on it. That's what really matters. If this don't get into American hands, it'll end wrapped around their throats.